Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ned from Ned's Tech Bits. The internet and society have changed quite dramatically. When I joined the internet, Yahoo Chat, back in 1998, I believe, it was just a little corner for individuals who were interested in little things to get together and share mutual interests. During COVID, the internet became the place for everyone to go. When I was little, everybody complained about parents getting together at either the bar or the coffee shop to share their bad ideas, and that's all they did. They got together and shared their bad ideas, and that's what being an adult in the small town was. These days, that continues, except we do it on the internet. Especially since COVID. Geez, coffee shops, what are those? And uh, we started having our society on the internet. And that's very disappointing. It's very heartbreaking. I think the internet should be for strange people, and society should go back to having their regular life. So the internet was better without social media and without society. We did things better back in the day. But, anyways, relationships have changed. The definition things have changed. The definition of relationships have always been a moving thing. It has never been a singular thing. Relationships are different within every relation, within every time, within every age. We're definitely in a place where patriarchy has definitely run its course and run a train over an innocent set of women, but also that women have the capacity for evil. And that's one thing that I want to point out. Women are wonderful. We need mummies to help babies, and we need men to make sure that these mummies are safe to help the babies. But in this, we need to make sure that the men and the women check each other to make sure that the babies have enough for the future. And that's definitely not happening these days. What's happening these days is social media is telling everyone that daddy's not good enough, that mommy needs more, that the babies aren't particularly as important, the welfare of the babies, that mommy and the babies don't need daddy around, and that mommy can protect the babies from predators better alone. And I just want to sit in that one because that is legitimately an issue we're running into. Uh, Predators are finding different ways of taking mummies away from babies so that they can do what they want with them. We're running into a situation now where the S&M, yeah, I'm part of those communities sometimes. Every now and then I run across a woman who's a cutter or is into some really weird stuff. And recently I was asked by my partner to learn about the S&M community. Something I've known about because I had a cutting partner a long time ago. I learned about the pleasure and pain. And the only reason I'm talking about that is because it's relevant to the conversation. But, anyways, I ultimately took courses or watched videos of people to showing how to do it properly, lovingly, without hurting anyone, and staying within the confines. There's many or dominant submissive relationships that get on fine these days. They get on just lovely these days. But what I'm trying to say is you can do it well. I reached out and I found someone who knew how to do it really well. And then time passed. I come back, and that person is now saying, "You idiots, don't involve your children with your sexual partners." What I'm saying is, society changes, relationships change, and what I'm saying is society and relationships have changed so much that it alarms even the most extreme of us. There are things that we have to say out loud these days that we never thought we would have to, that we told ourselves that we never would have had to. Reddit has had to damn near shut down to make sure that Amy, I forget her last name, wasn't a protected member. We have in places societies protecting child predators. under the banner, under the false banner of the LGBTQ. This absolutely happens. We have situations like Epstein, like Weinstein, like P. Diddy. We have to be able to understand that there are people within powerful places within our society that don't have our best interests. And many of these people are in situations where they're trying to dismantle society. They're trying to dismantle the family. They're trying to dismantle nationalism, which is your love for your country. Now, if you don't love your country, and I say this to the progressives who have nothing and to the conservatives who have everything, if you're not interested in having your country, you are lucky that your country is bound by laws to make it love you more than you love it. There are I'm not sure if it's a Geneva Convention, but you are not allowed to unpatriate someone in your country until they have something else. Until they have something else. But you yourself can trash your country, go off to others, take all of your wealth off to other countries. You have the ability to do that. But your country can't leave you. And right now we have an issue with people. Okay, so my ex-wife legitimately wanted me to kill myself, and she gave me the dollar amount of what she would get from the government if I would do that. She knew this because someone who's basically her sister gave her this information. Um, Now, this comes from a family that can be reprehensible at sometimes. There was at one point brother and brother. Younger brother made a girlfriend. The girlfriend falls for the older brother, so the girl goes from downstairs to upstairs, sleeping with that, to sleeping and dating this one, to sleeping and dating that one within a night. And everyone's like, okay, that's just how it is. Things got really crazy. The cops got called out. But what I'm saying here is there was a woman that made a really stupid decision. These days, now the fact that the family would get the government involved in this bad decision, the government had to get involved with this bad decision, and it was Jerry Springer stuff. Yeah, can we just admit Jerry Springer stuff happens now? Can we admit that Amber Heard took a turd on Johnny Depp's bed? Can we admit that women have the capacity for evil? Can we admit that women were screwed over for a long time? Can we admit that that's not all men's problem? I seriously feel like we're goose stepping ourselves into a situation where nobody has the ability to get money or the notion to get their own job, get their own anything. As I'm going through series of popular mechanics magazines, I'm noticing in the 30s, 40s, 50s advertisements to do your own stuff, make your own business. And then it starts evaporating along the 80s, and it's like corporations saying, make your own stuff, and advertisements to be a lawyer. It's like all of a sudden everyone's getting their ass sued for trying things, for doing things, for daring to go out there and doing things in a situation that got someone hurt. God forbid somebody get hurt. No one's ever supposed to get hurt, right? Like mice never get eaten by cats. Squirrels never get eaten by falcons. That never happens. Oh, someone better go out there and pay that squirrel off. The internet is a drug. The internet, a little bit of it can be awesome. Hey, sometimes drugs are good. Coffee is a drug. Caffeine is absolutely a drug. So you get addicted to it, hey, zip you up a little bit, yeah. And then you get other drugs that will really mess with you. Like marijuana, if you use that stuff, like come on, you can say whatever you want, but if you smoke weed nonstop for 20 years, I think it can be about the same as being said of taking meth once, twice, three, four times. I really think you can compare the two. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyways, The internet is run by corporations these days. It wasn't always that way. Like kind of a little bit for fun, a little bit for sexy time. Um, but we have shamans. We have individuals out there that are more like Charles Manson than they are like a I Mr. Rogers. Okay, legitimately, I need help with this, Christians. I'm trying. I'm trying. What is a good What is okay? Jimmy Carter. I think it can be said that Carter was a good guy. Is there any? This shouldn't be so hard. Is there any internationally well-known Christians that are just known for being good? Like the Pope is pretty good compared to the other popes. This Pope is off. He's awesome good compared to the last Pope. Awesome good. Oh man, I'm gonna get some hate for that one. That's for sure. But anyways, guys, we need to get we need to get society away from technology and the internet because it's destroying our future. Legitimately. This drug is good for some of us. It's just like I don't touch cocaine, but I was told by some people that some people can have cocaine and it's not a problem for them. And some people it wipes them out. I should have probably said alcohol, but yeah. I'm really disappointed with the fact that all dating is pretty much done online these days. It's not just what I think. It's kind of a known thing these days. Everything is being controlled these days, and that's disgusting. I legitimately feel like people have taken the river, brought it closer to them, and make it farther away from other people. And I think we're going to have a situation going on where, like before electricity was a thing, they did that in Niagara Falls. They diverted parts of the river, and they didn't do it properly. And because of that, the face of the cliff came off, and people died. And I'm kind of concerned that we're doing that for our future generations. Maybe technology and the internet are the next step to evolution. I just see it all being wrapped up far too much in the nuance of evils of the interests of tech sectors, investors, and not world leaders and people, the same way that it was in the feudal age. Society has never been this much under control of any one individual, except for a religious institution, perhaps. You can go out and change your society really easily by getting online and never leaving your house. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it from me. We need to get back to letting our kids run around outside and loving each other. Have a good one, folks. Take care of each other.